سبيل الدموع
Now that
سبيل
you are watching
مريح.
this particular video, you would have probably interacted with me before in my prior videos or the inner circle community calls that we have, the core table or the artist table or the scientist table or any other table, or probably you have been a part of a sales webinar that I did back in the day, but probably you did not got into the community for whatever reason. uh, but you have felt that I am great at what I'm doing. You really admire the way I'm doing it. You like the way I get results and stuff like that. But how did I got to that level? Being at this level is great, but then that comes with a lot of huge journey altogether. It is from being super shy, from from walking away from the room when there were like 100 people. It's like I cannot face 100 people, and probably the system crashing it, probably Zoom crashing it when I was recording it. Probably those were the days when everything started off. I had no idea. They were like Fuzzle was standing in front of like 100 people and frozen off reading content. It to get to where I am today, it actually I have come through that journey of like the huge journey that I came through. Now in this particular video, I'm just going to give you 4 steps. In other words, steal my 4 steps process for a successful community call. So if you see someone doing great at what they're doing, they have not probably forget for probably they have they they went through a journey where they struggled a lot, faced a lot of challenges. There were like 1,000 obstacles they had to overcome. They had to probably pave the path for themselves, and to where they are today, they came through a journey. So this particular thing, I'm going to give you like I'm going to break down the whole process into 4 steps. Now that you're building a business, not today, probably tomorrow, you're going to have a community cause that you're going to do eventually, which is the which is like the oxygen of the business that you are holding, like the community business. So to get to that level and get the result that you want to get them the result that they are expecting out of you, you have to go through the journey. Got it? So the first step that you have to take is casual calls. Now that probably you're a part of Academy of Artists and Scientists, or probably you're a part of so many different communities, you need to go out and tell people, okay, I am here to help you. You need to go out and genuinely be interested in what they have to say. It all starts with, hi, how are you? What's happening? Building long-term relationships, building friends. Even if they don't know you, even if they don't respond to you, just keep on messaging people. It's like you're not going out there and knocking the door and doing door-to-door sales. That's olden days. Probably this it works still now, but then we being introverts, I think this is the best way. Like whenever you're part of the community, and probably you are like a senior member of the community, probably like if you're like 10 days ahead in the game, you're already senior. You already know how things work, what mindset to have, what things doesn't do, stuff like that. The thing of what I'm trying to say over here is talk to people, be genuinely interested in what they're doing. If they like, listen to the stories, and with your experience, how can you help them out? Like you are just having a casual conversation. You're not going to sell anything. You're not going to pitch anything. Probably you have no idea of pitching or having courses. You don't even have, you are also working along with them. But the thing in building these relationships is you are like maybe 2 steps ahead than them. That's all. Maybe 4 steps ahead than them. Probably just half step ahead than them. Great. Now you are not going back and telling people like, what's up? How can I help you? How can I hold you accountable? If I can hold you accountable, can you also hold me accountable? How can we both not break the momentum that we are building? I'm also working on probably scripting a course. Now that you started understanding, okay, this is what helped me. This video is what helped me. That blog that I did, that helped me. This video you should refer before even scripting the course. Like mindset you need to have, the art that you need to have. So when you are talking to those new folks inside a community, you're already the more you help them out, the more you are in the more ahead you get inside the game, the more deeper the knowledge that you're learning, that's the knowledge that you're learning, the knowledge that you're consuming is going deeper and deeper and deeper. Having said that, get them over calls. Don't pitch them anything, don't sell anything, because you don't even have anything to sell. You're learning yourself. Talk to them, help them out, whatever is beneficial to them, whatever is whatever skills you have, add value to people, help people out, benefit them. So like don't expect anything in return. You are learning, that's your learning phase. You don't expect, like you're very chill with it. It's like People, when I used to help people out, they genuinely used to come. It's like, Fazal, how do you even do stuff? So like I was like, pata nahi, I just want to help people out. The only intention for me to help people was I want to learn more. The more you ask questions, the more I get to learn. Very selfish in that. The more you ask questions, the more I get to learn. That was all mentality. It's like I want to help everyone out who wants Fazil's help. Everyone. How can I? How can I be of assistance? How can I help you out? How can I benefit you? What should I do to make you fast track your journey? How can I shorten your journey? Stuff like that. People used to go bonkers over this idea. It's like, how do you even do that? Like, pata nahi, I don't know. And I want to add value. So when you are getting on casual calls, you're building long-term sustainable relationships. My mom used to was like, Fazil, you can charge money for what you're doing. I was like, I don't want money from these people. Probably a year later, probably 5 years later, probably 10 years later. This is the place where I'm building relationships. I'm building contacts. I am building bond with people. Tomorrow I might be able to monetize them. These are the assets that I'm creating. Long-term assets. Very long-term assets. I've got friends who are like 40 years older than me. My members, my students. It feels so nice. Like, did I monetize them? No. Maybe tomorrow they might come handy because now they've got experience, they've got contacts. I have their contact. That's it for me. Like that's how I operate things. That's how I approach things. So when the first time to getting great and community course, like the first step is like you just build relationships. You will learn so much just by building relationships. The second one, once you build relationships, now you have like 4 months of experience, 6 months of experience, maybe 9 months of experience. Then now that you have like small little contact base of your own, you can now charge people. Now that you have like a sustain, like you know that that person trusts you, there's like enough credibility. Now this is something that I'm saying before even you launching your own business. I'm talking about things prior to launching your business. Now you can sense a pattern of who needs your more help. Where is that bond so strong that if I ask them money, they are going to give me, and we are going to have weekly calls. That's where my whole idea of the table came into picture. It's like, great. Now that I've been helping you for an year now, I think now is the time that I can start monetizing. And it took a lot of courage even to make my first sale, which bound eventually. So the casual calls, after a long time, converted into coaching calls, masterminds, the tables that I call. Once you get well versed with that, now you have so many masterminds going on within. It's like the Monday you meet that people, they're paying you. Tuesday you meet that people, they're paying you. Wednesday you meet that people, you're doing some sessions, you're getting money out of that. It's not it's not that easy, but then it's going to be an experience that you're going to learn. Then, once you do coaching calls, you build small masterminds. I think coaching calls and masterminds are going to be the same thing. Once you come through this particular process, now you have enough experience, and by this time, your muscle memory is grown. You have helped so many people. You have asked so many questions. People have asked you so many questions. Now you've got a bank or vault of questions within you. Your muscle memory has grown. You have contact base. Now you can pick the pattern of what they are asking. Like you can just sit and see, okay, what's that question was asked? How can I approach that? How many questions that I repeated like 1,000 times? How many suggestions that I gave? There were like so many number of times. You figure out a pattern. Keep on figuring out a pattern. Then you start creating your online courses and scripting it out and structuring it and making presentations and start recording it. Once you do all that, you have enough experience and enough courage, enough confidence, enough conviction to step into the world, market yourself, do your webinars, launching your business, getting people inside your communities now. Step number 4 is running a community call. So first one was casual calls, coaching calls, specific mastermind calls. Fourth one is community calls. So this is how I have went through the journey. It took like 2.5 years to go through the journey and even think of launching a business. Like I took a lot of time. I don't want you to take a lot of time. This is how the process is. You see how can you squeeze it, the 2.5 years of journey probably into 2 weeks or 2 months or probably 6 months, and get into the market because money is there. This is just an experience. This is like an internship that you do. money is inside the market, not here. This is not the place to monetize, but since there's like initial cash flow that you can generate probably for first couple of months, and that cash flow can that cash flow can become the capital of your business, of your resources, of your online business, of the resources you can invest in, the tools that you can invest in, the hardware that you can invest in, stuff like that. So that being said, this is the conclusion of this particular video. So this is how you stream my 4 steps process for conducting successful community calls. Thank you so much for being a part of this particular video. See you in a
بذكر الإله تطيب الحياة تسر أسارير وجه صبي